I said, when we're on the safari, make sure you stay seated. Also, if you are taking photos, we recommend you put them on action or sport. You put your camera on action or sport because that's the way you can get your best photos. Also, hang on to those cameras or anything else you might have because if anything falls out of this vehicle, I am not allowed to stop and pick it back up. And if you look above your head, you'll see a game spotting guide above your head. That'll help you identify a lot of the animals we might see today. We don't see all of them, but we do see quite a few. How many first-time safari riders today? Oh, wow. Me too. They gave me a map, but I had no idea where I put it. All right, here we go. First place we're going to head into is called Little Ituri Forest. Little Ituri Forest is home to some animals that are very well camouflaged. Sometimes they're hard to spot because they blend in real well with the environment. Well, like I said, we get pretty lucky out here. The animals off to your right, the ones with the stripes up against the fence, that's an okapi. The okapis were so well hidden because they weren't discovered by Westerners until 1901. There's an animal right next to it, a smaller animal that has yellow stripes on its body. That's a yellow-backed duiker. The birds over here on the ground to our left, these are yellow-billed storks. The yellow-billed stork gets their name because their bills are yellow. The yellow-billed stork can actually have a wingspan of up to 5 feet. They eat frogs, snakes, fish, and other small birds. Keep your eyes peeled on the left, and let's see if we can see a black rhino over here. Sometimes we can spot one. The black rhinos were almost hunted to extinction. Because of that, there's less than 5,000 of them left in the entire world today. And a group of rhinos is called a crash. The bird over here directly to our right, the black and white bird, that is a saddle-throat stork. If you look just above its beak, he has a yellow marking which resembles a saddle. He can stand as tall as 5 feet. You can see a saddle-billed stork up by the nest. In that nest is actually the first baby saddle-billed stork born in the United States. I always try to look over here because sometimes you'll see a black rhino. I don't see them right now. Like I said, they hide pretty good. The animal's off in a distance. You can barely see it. When I come across, you might be able to see the brown animal over there. Yep. The brown animal over there is a bongo. The bongos have horns that lean backwards, and that's what helps them get through the tall brush. They're also called the ghost of the forest. Right now we're leaving Little Ituri. We're coming into the Safi River. Safi River is usually home to hippos. But even as big as a hippo is, the hippos are hard to spot because they like to spend a lot of time in the water getting away from the heat. A hippo also can stay underwater for as long as 8 minutes. An adult male hippo weighs in about 5,000 pounds, and a baby hippo is going to weigh in about 85 pounds. But like I said, sometimes they're hard to spot because they like to stay in the water a lot, sometimes even underwater. They are excellent swimmers, and you might even see them walking on the bottom of the river.
Duckies, yes.
We got a hippo over there left of the island. Also, those birds on the island, those are pink-backed pelicans. They get their name because their backs will turn pink during mating season. Both the males and the females all share the nesting responsibilities. I'm going to see if we see some more hippos as we come around the corner. Yeah, unfortunately, those are right on the other side of the island, hiding just behind our view. I saw one this morning right by this palm tree, so maybe we'll see one again. Yep, right by the palm tree, at the base of the palm tree is a hippo. There's actually a couple of them over there. One in the water and one out.
This one out of the water. Sleeping on this.
All right, I need you to sit now. I'm going to go. A group of hippos is called a float. I'm going to be crossing over Crocodile Bridge now. Again, please stay seated. I don't want anybody becoming crocodile food. The crocodiles down there are Nile crocodiles. Nile crocodiles are extremely powerful and they have a strong bite of up to 2,000 pounds per square inch. A crocodile can actually stay underwater at rest for as long as 2 hours. And if you see them with their mouth open, they're cold-blooded animals, and that's what they do to reduce their body temperature to stay cold. And they're relatively fast. They can travel at speeds of up to 10 miles an hour, but they can only do it for a short distance. So what that tells you, if you're being chased by a crocodile, just keep running. I don't like staying on that bridge too long because they always look hungry at me.
Ooh, bumpy.
We're leaving the rivers and we're coming to land, a completely different ecosystem. Speaking of different, you see this tree on the right? That's a baobab tree. It's also called an upside down tree for obvious reasons. First time I saw it, I definitely thought it was upside down. The baobab tree can withstand long periods of drought by storing water in its trunk. It'll have leaves on it maybe 3 months out of the year. We've got quite a few of those trees out here on the reserve, so we'll see what. This is my favorite view of the entire reserve. This is called the Serengeti grasslands. It stretches for hundreds of miles across East Africa. It's considered the superhighway for millions of migrating animals like elephants, cheetahs, lions, zebras. It's the Africa that we're all working to conserve. These orange mounds you see everywhere, these are termite mounds. The large ones are used by elephants for scratching. The smaller ones are used by antelopes as lookout posts for any lions that might be hiding in the tall grass. I like to think of the animals out here as our landscapers. You've got the elephants, they do the bulldozing for us by knocking down the trees. Then you've got the giraffes, they do the pruning by eating the bottoms of the tops of the trees. Then you've got the zebras and antelopes, they do the mowing by stomping on the grass. And then you got warthogs, and they do all the edging for us. Off in a distance on your left, those are springboks. Springboks are antelopes. When a springbok gets frightened, though, it's going to jump 10 to 11 and a half feet in the air. That taller animal over there by the termite mound is a water buck. Water bucks don't migrate very far. They like to stay near aquatic areas.
Ooh, look right ahead, right? See these guys? Wow.
The animals coming up on our left, these are Ankoli cattle. Ankoli cattle are also called Watusi cattle because they're domesticated by the Watusi tribe. They're the only domesticated animal here on the reserve. Their horns actually work as a cooling system. Blood rushing through those horns helps reduce their body temperature.
He looks so hungry. Yeah, he probably is.
Brayden, you having fun?
We got some giraffes coming up. Giraffes are the tallest animal. They can be 18 to 20 feet tall. And a baby giraffe can actually stand eye to eye with an adult human. The patterns on the giraffes are unique. They're just like our fingerprints, so no two patterns are alike. The animals directly to the right, not the giraffes, the other animals, these are white-bearded wildebeest. They're also called wild beasts. And an African name for them is new, G-N-U, because of the grunting sound they make, which is new. They have keen eyesight and keen hearing. All of these giraffes out here are Maasai giraffes. They're the darker color of the giraffes. I'll give you a picture right here.
Yeah, look at that one, baby. Look at that one right there. What is it? What is it? Likes grass.
And a group of giraffes is called a tower.
Sticker that says I could have been caught up.
I love
There's also Also, another type of giraffe we have out here, I just didn't see it, and that's a reticulated giraffe. Reticulated gets its name from the word reticulata, which means net. If you come on the safari again, look for a giraffe that has a net-like pattern, because that's a reticulated giraffe. Right now we're coming up to Monkey Point. Monkey Point got its name because the mandrill monkeys decided to settle in here. The mandrill monkey is the largest of the African monkeys and weighs in as much as 100 pounds. Look for one, and if they're going to be anywhere, we're going to see them on your left. There's one. They're chasing each other. Yeah, they like to play. The the mandrill monkeys, the ones with the brightest red and blue colors, that's considered the dominant male. The males are considered him the boss, and females are mostly attracted to him. Well, we got a road closed, so I don't have much choice. I gotta go this way. Hopefully it's okay. Now that's a rickety bridge if I ever saw one. Cross your fingers.
I like it
All right, how many people did I start with? I got the same number back there? That's always important. I don't want to go back with less people. You can uncross your fingers now. The markings in the clay over here, these are made by elephant tusks. The elephants like to eat the clay because of the minerals that they get from the clay. We should see some elephants as we're coming around the corner over here. The elephant hide is very sensitive. An elephant can actually get sunburned. So if you see an elephant putting mud and dirt on its body, that's what it does to keep from getting sunburned. It's kind of their version of copper tone. Also, if you see an elephant flapping their ears, they are not trying to fly. There's only one elephant that can fly. Which one's that? Now, when an elephant flaps their ears, they're actually trying to cool themselves off. They can actually reduce their body temperature by as much as 15 degrees by flapping their ears. When an elephant's first born, it'll stay with the mother till about age 13. If it's a female, it'll continue to stay with the females. But if it's a male, it's going to go off on its own. Males are loners, females are social. We've got some baby elephants coming up here on the left by the water. I'll stop there so you can get a nice picture. Also, a mother will carry a baby for 22 months before it's born. Unfortunately, the number one enemy of elephants is man. Man hunts the elephants for their ivory and their tusks, and also man is inhabiting areas that were once only inhabited by elephants. They're doing that because they're mining for an ore that's used in the production of cell phones and electronic devices. I'll stop right here. So if you recycle your cell phones or electronic devices, you're actually helping the elephants survive, because there won't be need for so many people to live in those areas. Having a nice drink over there. The birds on the island over here, these are greater flamingos. Greater flamingos are the lightest pink of all flamingo species. They get their color from their diet. They eat brine shrimp and other fish that's high in carotene. That's what causes their feathers to turn pink. Usually takes about a year. And a group of flamingos is called a flamboyance. Also, if you look at that island and look at the shape of that island, it kind of resembles a Mickey. I've been trying to figure out why those flamingos stand on one leg. Even the scientists can't really explain it. They got a lot of guesses, but nothing really concrete. I just say they do it because they can do it. As we approach this hill over here, look up on the hill up here, see if you can see any cheetahs. The cheetahs like to hang out up here, but like all cats, they lay down quite a bit. The cheetahs are the fastest of land animals, and they can go up to speeds of up to 60 miles an hour, but they can only do it for short distances, about a quarter of a mile. Their keen eyesight and their speed allows them to hunt during the day. They're about the only cat that hunts during the day. And a group of cheetahs is called a coalition. Down by this tree, you're going to be able to see it as I go here, right through. Down there by the bottom of that one tree, you've got some cheetahs over there. I think there's 3 of them over there. Like I said, they're just like all cats. Lay down a lot. As we approach these rocks coming up, see if you see any lions up there. Lions like to hang out up there because they get a good view of where their prey might exist. Lions, like cheetahs and other cats, lay down most of the time. They rest. Lions will rest 18 to 20 hours a day. So if we happen to see a lion, it's probably going to be what they're doing. They're probably resting. Female lions, they do all the hunting and they hunt cooperatively. Males do not do any of the hunting. They just stay behind and kind of guard the pride. There's a lion up there. You can basically just see the top of it. Like I said, we might be able to get a better view as we come around this corner. You can just barely see it. That's a male lion, I'm pretty sure. They rest a lot, though. The males have it made, really. They sent the females out for their supper and they just sit at home. Laying down over the ground over there, there's a warthog. Kind of to the tree that's on the right-hand side. Warthogs are the largest burrowing animal in Africa. And they'll actually reuse burrows created by other animals. And warthogs fairly fast. They can travel at speeds of up to 35 miles an hour, which is really important if they're being chased by a lion. On the ground over here, we have some ostrich eggs. Ostrich eggs are the largest of all bird eggs, and they weigh in about 3 pounds. Off to the right, we have an ostrich. Ostriches have wings, but they cannot fly. But they can hit speeds of up to 40 miles an hour.
See this ostrich right here, Brennan, sitting down? See him right there, that big bird?
Off on the left, that animal is a bandibok. Reserves like this are about the only place you'll ever see them because they were almost hunted to extinction. There's some more bandibok on the right. There's another bandibok on the right. And in these trees over here, the animal that's in the trees over here, that is a scimitar horned oryx. Scimitar horned oryx. It's hard to see, but his horns kind of look like a scimitar sword. Similar to the bandibok, reserves like this are about the only place you'll ever see him. Must be something really good to eat in there for him to be in there. The animals coming up on the hill over here, these are addax. Addax are desert animals. They're also called corkscrew antelopes because if you look at their horns, it kind of looks like a corkscrew. Also, the addax can withstand long periods without any water whatsoever because they get their water from the food that they eat. They get all the moisture they need from the food that they eat. They can go most of their life without any water at all. This area here is pretty bumpy, so hold on. Well, we're coming to the end of the safari. Did you guys enjoy it?
Yeah.
I always tell people to come back again and again because no two safaris are alike. You never know what you're going to see. And a lot of the animals, they don't mind getting their pictures taken. So, also, while you're here, go to Pangani Forest Trail. Pangani means land of enchantment. It's a nice walking trail. It'll take you about 15 minutes to walk it. They have a lot of different kind of animals over there. I think my favorite is the gorillas. I actually was there one day and a very large gorilla was climbing a tree. Totally amazing to me. Also, you might have heard a train whistle. We have an African train that'll take you to Rafiki's Planet Watch. Over there we have a affection section where you can pet animals. They have goats and sheep that you can pet. And we also have conservation station over there. That's an area where you can see how the animals are taken care of. You can maybe even see some veterinarians taking care of an animal while you're there. I'll explain all the different animal facts to you. But like I say, it's highly educational. The only way to get there is by the train. That's Rafiki's Planet Watch. Well, before you exit the vehicle, please make sure you look around. You take all your belongings with you. Small children, husbands, everything.
Great afternoon in Africa.